When I get to the end of an initial phone call with a borrower, the question nearly always turns to some version of this. Are you going to pull my credit? Does it have to be a hard pull? Can you do a soft pull? How many times do you have to pull it? How long is it good for? What if I told you that the inquiry is the least of your worries? We're going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about something far more annoying, troublesome, bothersome that drives my clients out of their mind. We're going to talk about what it is, how you can avoid it, and how avoiding it can save you not only headaches, but actually boost your credit score. I'd like to ask you a favor. If you're enjoying the content, you want to learn everything you need to know to buy wise, borrow smart, and build wealth through home ownership, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell to get notified every time we post new content weekly. When we go live, answer your questions. We would love to add you to the BuyWise family and make you an educated homebuyer. So first, let's talk about that inquiry and how important it is or isn't. People always want to know, if you pull my credit and you do a hard inquiry, how much is that going to hurt my credit? And the answer is, it depends. Anywhere from 3 to 15 points. And the higher your credit score, the less of an impact it's going to have. I can tell you from personally having mortgage inquiries pulled up myself when getting loans in the past, it's been a pretty minimal impact, about 3 to 5 points, and within about 90 days, it heals and goes back to exactly where it was. I can say for people lower on the credit spectrum or those who've had a huge amount of inquiries, generally other types of credit cards, autos have a bigger impact. But if you've had a ton of inquiries and you have a lower credit score, one more inquiry can hit you on the higher end of that scale. So an option can be a soft credit pull. A soft pull will give us a credit score that's pretty darn close to accurate. It's going to give us all of your accounts, the balances, and the monthly payments. The biggest thing is we generally are unable to use a soft credit pull for an automated underwrite to give you that certainty that you are absolutely eligible for the loan program you are applying for. Now, that's not a hard and fast rule. There are occasions where we are able to use that soft pull to run an automated, but it's the exception rather than the rule. So for the most part, if you want certainty, if you want all 3 bureaus, all 3 credit scores, an automated approval, we're going to need to do that hard inquiry. Not going to have a huge impact on your credit, not what you need to worry about. So what should you be looking for or concerned with in this process? Well, it's getting bombarded by calls from kids in the call center after you have your credit pulled. Why would this happen? Well, apparently the credit bureaus are not satisfied with just charging you and me for your credit report. They want to make additional money. They take your mortgage inquiry and they sell it to mortgage lenders, generally call centers populated by little kids, think boiler room, yes, that type of stuff. With refinances at record lows and leads hard to come by, if you're a call center operation that you don't have relationships with real estate professionals, financial advisors, long-standing relationships with a group of clients who've done business with you, you have to go out and search for loans every day. So what they're doing is going to the credit bureaus and buying leads of people who have inquired for a mortgage. So I kid you not, I get pictures probably once a month, screenshots from my clients of their iPhone call log showing that they got 30, 40, 50 phone calls within a 1 to 2 hour period after we pull their credit. So you may be asking, I don't want 30 or 40 or 50 calls from a kid in the call center trying to sell me a loan with a crazy script like, hey, I can get you a better rate. Well, you don't know my rate, so how would you be able to get me a better rate? You're qualified and eligible for special discounts. Why? Why would I be? What do you know about me? You know nothing about me other than my phone number and the fact that I've inquired for a mortgage. Why are they able to do this? Well, they have a strong lobby with the government, and they go and they tell their congressmen and their senators when they're writing big checks that we're helping people shop for a mortgage. I don't know about you, but when I'm shopping for any financial services, what I don't want is my phone ringing off the hook with a kid in the call center. So how do you prevent this? How do you remain in control of the process of shopping for your mortgage when that time is right? You can actually go to a website that the government has put in place called Opt-out Pre-Screen. You opt out of all pre-screened offers of credit cards, auto loans, mortgages. Credit cards and mortgages are the real big ones, and it almost makes a little bit of sense in the credit card space. I can assure you, you are not interested in your phone ringing off the hook until you want to rip your hair out and throw that phone out the window. So how do we avoid this? We go to opt-out pre-screen. You will no longer get any pre-screened offers of credit. Not a big loss, but if you ask anyone who's gone through this process, it is well worth it. And by this process, I mean getting 20, 30, 50 calls a day for 7 to 10 days, having to turn your phone off, wishing that you could change your phone number, but you've had it for 10 years, so you're stuck with it. So I would also say go one step further and go to the National Do Not Call Registry, register yourself there. So both opt-out pre-screen and donotcall.gov will be listed below. Click the link, register yourself. Now, in terms of opt-out pre-screen, make sure you do this at least 7 days before letting any mortgage lender pull your credit. The important part there is that they say within 5 days, they will have you on the list and you will no longer be sold to people buying trigger leads. I would say 7 days, maybe even 10, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room and not get caught up in this process, because I kid you not, I get screenshots from clients. I get clients asking me, my phone has been ringing nonstop for the last 3 hours. What did you do? I didn't do anything. I just pulled your credit report. And unfortunately, the credit bureaus had your phone number and now they know you're shopping for a mortgage and they're going to make a bunch of money in addition to the fee that they charged me. So true lose-lose situation, and we want to get on that opt-out pre-screen list to avoid that. Now that you know how to avoid a detour to call center hell, if you're looking to get pre-approved, you want to work with an expert lender with nearly 30 years of experience who can walk you through all of your options and make sure you're making optimized decisions around your mortgage financing, we'd love to talk to you. Use the link in the description down below to get on my calendar, and I look forward to talking with you soon.